What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CombatCast. So today I want to talk about 3 title fights that have been announced on one championship. So all of them are in the one super series, meaning Muay Thai and kickboxing, and I wanted to start out with probably the biggest one of them all, and one that a lot of one championship fans have been waiting on, myself included. Rodtang versus Superlek for the one Flyweight Muay Thai World Championship. I've lost count of how long I've been waiting for this title fight to happen. I think Superlek has deserved a title shot as far back as 2022, I'm gonna say. Ever since he won that tournament, the botched Muay Thai Flyweight Grand Prix against Panpayak Jitmangnon, right? And then for some reason they still wouldn't schedule a title fight against Rodtang for him. So yeah, it's finally happening. And so here's the news article regarding the title fight. It says, the Iron Man will defend his Flyweight Muay Thai belt on September 22nd at Lumpini Stadium on a quarterly tentpole Friday Fights show. So, we do know that they will not be defending the belt. Sorry, they will not be hosting the title fight on, one of those flagship one fight night cards. Instead, it will be held on one Friday Fights, on Thailand primetime. My assumption is that it's so that it will accommodate the Thai audiences, which is good, which is great. Thank you for once for not this time not accommodating your US audiences, which you have been catering to so much. This is the one good thing you've done so far in this what quarter is it? Second quarter? No, third quarter. In the third quarter of this year. And yeah, it's, I don't remember how many times I've posted on one championship's posts saying that, when one championship likes to post about some fighters and who face next, who should Superlek face next, who should Rodtang defend his title against next. I keep saying Rodtang Superlek, Rodtang versus Superlek. And a lot of people will agree with me, but there are some people who just we don't want to see Thais versus Thais. And this article on South China Morning Post addresses this issue. Actually, it says, bout was scrapped in March before Rodtang and Superlek both poured cold water on rescheduling it, saying they wanted to see Thais keep the belts, which I feel is a very, very stupid justification as to why you don't want to have this fight. Okay? Because I don't know, it's just a dumb argument. And yeah, and at one point Rodtang was scheduled to face Superlek for his kickboxing flyweight belt until Rodtang had to pull out because he was sick or he was injured, and then he was replaced by Daniel Williams. So yeah, it's finally happening. And honestly, I'm just gonna go straight to my picks right away. I feel one championship has been protecting Rodtang for too long. I think they know what Superlek is capable of. My personal opinion, Superlek is a hybrid, if you will, of Buakao and Saenchai. By Buakao, I mean the brute power, that brute strength, the ferociousness, and Saenchai with the Muay femur, the technicality, the utilizing his weapons, all of his weapons with full effectiveness, whether it's the knees or the elbows, even the sweeps. To be honest, I feel Superlek is on a whole nother level than Rodtang. And he also has that finishing factor. So I think in the fight, Superlek wins. Now, granted, Rodtang does have that chin, which, to be honest, apart from his powerful hit, his hit power, his chin and his hands, and probably his elbows, are his, like, you know, defining characteristics. But against Superlek, that can only do him so much. So yeah, I think Superlek beats him. 5-round unanimous decision, barring the judges don't screw this up, because one championship judges do have a track record of, shall we say, biased judging, or just like straight up blind judging. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Then we have next a title fight announced for the one bantamweight kickboxing championship, because as I mentioned in a previous episode, and as one championship has announced, Pet Tanong, Pet Fergus, was stripped of his one bantamweight kickboxing title after testing positive for banned substances in and out of competition substance. Now, granted, I realize it was an out of competition test, and it was highly likely that he was using, oh my gosh, I can see the camera's positioned badly. So anyways, Petanong more than likely was using those banned substances as part of a doctor's prescription. He was using it to recover, because at 37 or 38, I forget, 37, 38 years old, okay? Your body is recovering more slowly. So, of course, it wouldn't be a surprise for him to use, like, steroids or something like that, or just, like, what was it, methanolone and boldenone to, like, speed up your recovery. Now, I watched a video from Gabriel Varga, the Canadian kickboxer. He said that, okay, so you were using banned substances to help with your recovery. It's still not fair. It doesn't justify, it doesn't justify your use of banned substances, okay, or anabolic steroids for that matter, because there are other athletes out there, okay? You still have the edge. You're still given an unfair advantage in recovery, because there are other athletes out there who are competing. They get hurt, they get injured. It's all part of the game, but they are recovering naturally, using natural methods, not using, injections, okay? And by the time they're healed, and I don't know how healed they are. It's definitely not 100%. Who knows? When Petanon competes, he could be at 100% because of these injections. Some athletes, they could be 95%, they could be 90%, but because of the way they recover without the injections, without the anabolic steroids, it's difficult to say if they're at 100%. It's still not fair, and I can see Gabriel Varga's point of view. And the way he presented his argument, it was very compelling. So I'm going to link his video down below. And now, yeah. But I still feel like Thai athletes should really be educated on this to prevent to prevent getting stripped of titles, to prevent getting suspended from competition, therefore getting their income stream affected. Petanong seems like he knows what he's doing, because one, he's a former stablemate of BOYA, and he's been around the world. He's competed around the world, so I feel like he should have like a basic knowledge of what's banned and what's not. But yeah, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I am not a fighter. Okay, back to the topic at hand. The one bantamweight kickboxing title. The matchup had me scratching my head. So Jonathan Haggerty, the one Muay Thai bantamweight champion, is scheduled to fight Fabricio Andrade, the one bantamweight MMA champion, for the vacant one bantamweight kickboxing champion. I was like, what the fuck? Why? Why this matchup, okay? Like, there are some fighters in the bantamweight kickboxing or bantamweight Muay Thai rankings who can actually fight for the title. First fighter that comes to mind, Hiroki Akimoto, the guy Petanong beat to win the belt. Like, I could see Jonathan Haggerty fighting Hiroki Akimoto for the title, okay, for the vacant title. and like, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And there were people who were unhappy with it too. But okay, first, before I get to that, so there were several matchups that Chatri Sidyodtong wanted to make for the vacant bantamweight kickboxing title, but they fell through. So first, he tried to make Nong O a rematch between Nong O and Haggerty for the kickboxing belt. This is what he said. I tried to make Nong O versus Haggerty too, but Nong O has been in the ICU for several days with late-stage dengue fever. Okay, that's very unfortunate for Nong O. I hope he's all better now. So that was one fight he tried to make. Wait. What else did he say? I guess he tried to make... Sorry, no. Oh, so at one point when Pettanong held the belt, they were trying to like schedule Pettanong versus Fabricio Andrade. The 24-year-old Brazilian Andrade was originally lined up to face former kickboxing champ Pettanong Pet Fergus in August, the Post understands. But the 37-year-old Thai tested positive for 2 banned substances in an out-of-competition doping test on June 10th. He was suspended last month for a year and stripped of his title. I was going to book Pettanong for his first title defense, Chatri added, but he got caught using some serious steroids. So I guess Fabricio Andrade was always in the picture for like a bantamweight kickboxing title fight. Okay, that's interesting. This is actually new to me. Okay, so this is where like fans were like unhappy, cause like, you know, there are rankings, you know, and like Fabricio Andrade is in neither the one bantamweight kickboxing rankings or the one bantamweight Muay Thai rankings. Okay, there's Hiroki Akimoto, there's Aliverdi Ramazanov, there's Nong Okayang. Okay, these are just the top names that come to my mind. And you could make a fight between either of these guys. And Chatri's this is Chatri's justification, his argument, okay? I like mixing up super fights to create surprise and excitement for fans. Haggerty versus Andrade is one of those banger fights that will blow away fans. Chatri said, though, rankings are absolutely essential, and one does adhere to them, but so are creative super fights to surprise and delight our fans around the world. Okay, now the part about, like, creative super fights, I saw on an Instagram comment thread that, like, oh, yeah, sure, you can make super fights, but, like, it doesn't have to be for a title. Which the guy who posted that, I totally agree with. Like, it can be, like, a pure kickboxing match, just without the one kickboxing bantamweight title for, you know, online. Just like wait till they resolve this whole title situation. The super fight can wait, okay? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? Fabricio is in MMA. Just let him... Has he even defended his MMA title yet? No, he hasn't. And Jonathan Haggerty has not defended his Muay Thai title yet. So yeah, it makes no sense to me. 2 guys who have neither defended their, like, the belts they currently hold. They're fighting for a vacant belt. Okay? And Chatri is justifying this as being like, oh, this is an exciting super fight. No. And, okay, so there was some, like, backstory to this fight, like, about, like, there being some beef between Fabricio Andrade and Jonathan Haggerty. I think this happened when Jonathan Haggerty beat Nong O for the one Muay Thai bantamweight title. He's basically said to Haggerty that we're not friends and that this is my division, referring to the bantamweight division. So like Fabricio Andrade said to Haggerty, like, what do you expect? Make me to shake your hand? Nothing fake here. So yeah. So Haggerty, this is what the article also says. This is what the article said, what Haggerty said. You say me in the back room and now you want to say it on social media? If you want it, you can have it. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know what kind of beef this is, where the hell it came from. What did Haggerty do to like piss off Andrade? I mean, Andrade has been known to be like arrogant as fuck. People who, like friends of mine who have worked with one, know that Andrade is like an arrogant guy, but he's young. I don't know. So, but I'm going to make my pick right now. Okay, yeah, sure, Fabricio Andrade does have an extensive kickboxing and Muay Thai background. However, I feel like Jonathan Haggerty is in a league of his own. He's in another level right now. After his victory over Nong O, Yang Hada, I just saw like, wow, this is a new kind of beast. They've unleashed a new monster. And he's just one of those foreign fighters who've just mastered Muay Thai to perfection. Like any Thai fighter in his weight class, no matter the level they put in front of Jonathan Haggerty, I feel like he schools them. Like, he knocks them out, okay? Just plain and simple. Give them the 4-ounce gloves, give them the 10-ounce gloves. Haggerty knocks them out, and he's got those dangerous elbows. He was always great with the elbows, but now he's got, like, crisp boxing. The way he knocked out Nong Ohai, Gayang Hadao, that was a sad day for me, but, like, it made me realize how much Haggerty had leveled up since his second loss to Rodtang. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun fight. But my pick is on Jonathan Haggerty, just because he's been doing pure Muay Thai for so long, whereas Fabricio Andrade, on the other hand, not to take away anything from him, but he has been training a lot of MMA. So, and yeah, I know he has that dangerous knee up the middle, but I think it's gonna take more than that to like take Haggerty out, or to beat Haggerty for that matter. And yeah, and the other fight I wanted to mention was, so Jonathan DeBella, after some tension between him and one championship in Chatri Sidyodtong, it looks like he's finally going to defend his title for the first time. The one strawweight kickboxing championship. Granted, I am surprised at the opponent they chose for him. He will be defending his title against Daniel Williams of Australia. Now, when they announced that he was going to defend his title, I thought it would be a rematch against Zhang Pei-Mian, who he defeated to win the vacant title. But it looks like he will be defending his title against Williams on October 7th, Thai time, anyways, on One Fight Night. One Fight Night 15, and yeah, there was a lot of doubt surrounding Jonathan DeBella's future with one championship, because there's so much tension, so much drama going on. Chatri was saying we might have to strip him. Chatri was basically just throwing so much shade at DeBella, which I took issue with. I don't know why, because I'm not Jonathan DeBella. He was basically saying everyone knows Jonathan DeBella was losing the first 4 rounds, and then he lands that head kick, which we all know was a fluke, and then he won. Which, yeah, Chatri did sound bitter saying that, but yeah, and I believe Jonathan DeBella that there was just a lack of communication from the one competition team. I am not surprised. This is why fighters get so few fights, in between. They have to wait fucking months at a time to get in their next fight. So, Daniel Williams made his debut in 2021, okay? In the flyweight division, fighting Rodtang under Muay Thai fights. Now, flyweight was actually a one weight class above his natural weight. He usually fights at strawweight, 125 pounds, this many kilograms. So, and he was fighting at flyweight, 135 pounds, this many kilograms. And that was brave of him, He was fighting a bigger guy, okay? In terms of height, they were the same, but I'm sure in terms of body mass, Rodtang was the bigger guy. And, yeah, he didn't get knocked out, he didn't get finished, but yeah, he got beat up pretty bad. And then afterwards, he tried his hand in MMA for a while, he had a good run, he picked up some wins over, Damrong, Somnoi, Sirisho, he picked up wins over, Zhelang Jia, I think. But he does come from a Muay Thai background, and then he challenged for his first title when he filled in as a replacement for Rodtang Jitmanon. He faced Superlek for the one kickboxing flyweight championship. Again, one weight class above his natural division, and he got knocked out, but it was very brave of him. That guy is really not one to back down. He got knocked out, and now he's finally fighting at his normal weight class, challenging for a title. So, but this one's hard to call, because one, Jonathan DeBella is a kickboxing specialist. I don't know if he has a karate background or not, but and two, Daniel Williams, he's, MMA, and he has Muay Thai, so I think he would like to rely on those elbows in that clinch fighting. But yeah, this one's a toss-up for me. But who knows? Maybe the underdog emerges victorious this time. Maybe I will hand this fight to Daniel Williams. Maybe Daniel Williams can finally win a belt and one championship. Oh yeah, and Daniel Williams is also half Thai. Maybe that's the bias for me there. And who knows? Oh, but yeah. I know that I said I would talk about 3 fights, but yeah. This one, I just realized, right off the top of my head, this one was too good to just ignore, and I felt like, yeah, I just couldn't leave this one out. So, Tawanchai versus Superbon. So Tawanchai will be defending his one Muay Thai featherweight championship against Superbon, the former one featherweight kickboxing championship. So Tawanchai has made one title defense of the featherweight Muay Thai belt. He finished Jamal Yusupov under a minute with just a leg kick. He just swung that leg, and Jamal Yusupov just went limp, and yeah, that was it. But to be fair, Jamal Yusupov is up there in age, and yeah. Now Superbon, though, after losing in pretty nasty fashion to Chingiz Alazov, he rebounded with just a beautiful head kick again with a beautiful head kick victory against Typhoon Uzcan. And I just thought, he'd try climbing back up the ranks of kickboxing, but now it appears he's going down the path of Muay Thai. Now, Tawanchai is a phenom, no doubt about that. Okay, his fight against Petmark to win the title left a lot of doubt. People saying he won, he lost. To me, I just saw a slugfest that I'd never thought I'd see those two fighters being in. Now, it's a major fight, 2 top names from Thailand. But the truth is, it's been so long since Superbon has competed in Muay Thai rules. I think the last time he did was either 2014 or 2015, so that was 8 or 9 years ago. So the title fight is scheduled to take place on October 7th, Thai time. One Fight Night 15. I'm assuming this will be the main event, But Tawanchai did have a kickboxing fight against David Carrier. He broke his arm with a roundhouse kick. It shows you the power of the Muay Thai kicks. But yeah, Tawanchai versus Superbon is a dream match for a lot of Thai fans. And yeah, I think because these guys are really technical fighters. They both have that knockout factor too, the KO factor, the finishing factor. I think it's a game of inches. God, and it's it's hard to determine, but if I had to make a pick, and it hurts to say this because Superbon is one of my favorite fighters, I think with the current rule set, given the rule set they were going to fight under, I think Tawanchai wins this bout, because it's been so long that Superbon has fought under Muay Thai rules. He's been used to the K1 kickboxing rules, and he even suffered a nasty loss to Chingiz Alazov under those rules. Who's to say it's going to be easy for him to adjust back to Muay Thai rules? I know we've seen on his his clips or his reels that he's done Muay Thai sparring, but who's to say that translates well to when he steps into the ring? And Meanwhile, Tawanchai has pretty much, 95%, 98% of his fights are Muay Thai rules. So this is like, I think this is easy work for Tawanchai. Plus, Tawanchai is like 9 years younger than Superbon. He has youth and probably speed on his side. Oh god, I just hope it doesn't end in a knockout. My expectation as a fan is that we see like, a slugfest, something like the Muay Thai equivalent of, say, Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida for 5 rounds, 5 rounds of 3 minutes. But yeah, I think Tawanchai wins this one. God, P-Bon, Superbon, please. I hope you have a card up your sleeve. But yeah, that's the honest truth. It hurts to say. Yeah, and those are pretty much the picks I have for these fights. And yeah, I think that about pretty much wraps it up. I know I said I had 3 fights in mind, but then I realized Superbon versus Tawanchai I could not leave out. This is like a huge fight for the Thai combat sports community, and I'm sure it's left a lot of people divided, as it usually does in these types of scenarios. Nevertheless, we will soon find out in October. And I guess this does really wrap it up now. So, if you've made it this far into this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you've made it all the way to the end, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.